Hello everyone, this is Super Comic Girl. Welcome back to my channel. So in this channel I do comic book hauls, comic book reviews, and so much more. So I want to let everyone know that I am going to be going to see the movie Black Adam this month when it comes out. I think it's the 21st it comes out. I will actually wait until the middle part of November to upload my review of the movie Black Adam, and the reason for this is I want to make sure that people have plenty of time to see the movie. And if you guys have not seen the movie, I will be putting in the description bar spoilers alert. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going to do the video when I come home. That way it's fresh on my mind. And then I'll just keep it in my hard drive until the time comes, and I will upload the review. So just let everybody know. Also tomorrow, I have to come into work at 3. I'm going to be going to the comic book shop as soon as they open to pick up my comic books for this week. This is going to at least be like 22 comics. I'm not getting back issues of any of it. But I am going to be going there, picking up the comics, and then when I get back home, I will show you guys the comics that I got, or I may just wait until it's daylight where you guys can really see the interior art and everything. I just decided I'll probably just do that in the morning, because do that during the day, because Thursday I don't have to work. You will also get the review of the newest, almost the newest episode of She-Hulk. I do not know where they're at right now. I have not been on Disney Plus since I watched Werewolf by Night, so I don't know where they're at. But what I'll do is I'll watch an episode today, and then I will upload it and all that. So the episodes will be a little bit behind, but not too much. So yeah, so tomorrow, speaking of tomorrow, they're going to be unleashing a ton of Axe Judgment Day tie-in comics, because they are back on 2 issues and everything. So I will be reading those comics, and those will probably be a little bit but it's just how my schedule goes and all that stuff, and there's really nothing I can do about it. So yeah. So I am going to start, I'm going to start off with X-Men Red issue number 7. I am going to say that this was a so-so issue. It wasn't as good as issue number 6. It does center around Storm, and we truly have the death, I don't know if it's truly the death of Magneto, but Charles Xavier can sense it, that his friend is passing. And so Magneto warned Storm that Charles is going to have to do things that he did not think that he would be doing. So yeah, so I'll let you guys see some of the interior art. It's just, I don't know, it's just not as good as I thought it was going to be. But I did look at the list of Axe Judgment Day titles, and this actually is the last X-Men Red in it. I am not going to be buying issue number 8. So then we have the final issue of Jane Foster the Mighty Thor. This is basically Thor and several of the Asgardians battling Ares and his forces. I really did enjoy this issue a lot, I just, it's it's interesting is one of the Valkyries had to give Thor a little bit of wisdom, and everything, and he's like, oh, why doesn't it feel like a victory? And it's like, Thor, not all victory is the amount of dead bodies that you in front of you. But yeah, it's a good one, and it is a homage to the Avenger movie, because yeah, it was interesting. So it was a good issue. Then we have Batman issue number 128. This is Failsafe. And I am going to say that I really did enjoy this issue. Batman so far has been really good. This is why people are like, why you buy Batman comics? And that's because Batman's my favorite character. I like Batman. Anything with Batman in it, I'm going to buy, because I like Batman. Yeah, it's an interesting issue, and yeah, it's just all out, like, battling, battling Failsafe. I just love it. It's an awesome issue, and it's very classic Batman, and I love it. They don't really, 1 second. Oh my god, I just realized that's Bruce Wayne's skull. I did not notice that. Then we have Dark Ride issue 1. And this is an issue I've been really excited about, and I'll tell you something, it did live up to its hype. Oh man, this was such an awesome comic. I loved it so much. This is why I really like independent comics better than DC and Marvel, because they do stuff that DC and Marvel would never, ever do. Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, and then he includes the map. Yeah, it was. Oh man. It's awesome. Just loved it. Loved it. Then we have Vampirella Year One, issue number 3. And I did mention, was it, yeah, it was last month I mentioned that I had gotten, Vampirella Year 1, issue 1. I went back to the comic book shop, got issue 2, went back there, got issue 3. So this, I'm going to say this, I've been a fan of Vampirella since I discovered her comic when I was in my teens, and I would go to the service station, so I would go to 7-Eleven, and they would always have Vampirella, and I was always following her story, and that's stopped happening when I had left, and then of course they stopped selling comic books inside of convenience stores. And I do have a video that's coming up that I've already uploaded and scheduled, that talking about that period of time for a lot of people that were born in the last 20 years, or maybe the last 15, 16 years or something like that. Didn't know anything about, but yeah. So Draculina appears in this issue. And yeah, you definitely get the I'm not going to show it. But like I said, overall, it's a it's interesting. So yeah. So it's a really good issue, and I enjoyed it. So we have the Sword of Zariel, issue 3 of 6. So this series is going to officially end in January for people that may not know. And overall, this has been a really great issue. I enjoy this guy who is, very deeply religious, but he does believe in justice and doing what is right. And I just enjoyed the whole concept. And I really feel bad for, the people who lost their loved ones that, they didn't know where they were at. And Zariel finds them, or finds parts of them. So it's very, very dark, and a lot darker than Batman is, but they did the dark very well. So I will show you some of the cover art. This has definitely been, I think, in my own personal opinion, it's been a great series. So, I mean, people might not agree with it, but I definitely do. Okay, so this is a weird issue of Survival Street, issue number 3. And in what I am really getting from this is that they have taken the idea of the private prison and forcing women to carry their children to term, not be able to afford birth control and things like that. And so there's this big forest fire, and what ends up happening is we find out that the firefighters that are fighting this massive blaze are children, which is oh my fucking god, really? This is fucking children who should be going to school and playing with their friends. These kids are fighting fires, and what it is with them is, the girl explains to the Muffets that, her mother was forced to have her in prison. She was taken away because being in prison means you're an unfit parent. And they were put into the private prison system, where they did not have any kind of childhood. And all they do is fight fires. And they explain to the Muffets that they were fighting this blaze, and basically it's supposed to be Nestle, but you can't legally use their name, and I'm pretty sure that Nestle doesn't want to be associated with children firefighters. They tripled the price for the water. So you understand, in this world, everything's owned by corporations, weirdly including the federal government is owned by corporations. And the president is just an employee of a corporation. And because he's a corporate person, he's got a very corporate mind, which is weird. And so she explains to them that the state couldn't afford what Nestle was charging, and they cut the water off. And yeah. So, yeah, she's, and they basically jailbreak these kids, and everything. But yeah, it's a really weird world in which these Muppets live in. So then on the lighter side, we have issue 2 of Batman Night Watch. And I'm going to say this, for a comic that's geared towards children, I really did like this issue just as much as I liked the first issue. And you essentially have two villains, Penguin and the Joker. And I'm going to show you something really cool. What TV show Joker does this remind you of? Because if you are saying Justice League, or when they redesigned Batman, you would be correct. It's a little homage, I think, to the animated series. But I just loved this series. I loved this comic as much as I really loved the first issue of Batman Night Watch. You have Penguin, who is basically pretending to be a crime fighter, and you have Joker, who is trying to break some prisoners out of prison. So, yeah, it's a really good issue, and it really shows that you can have a good Batman story without all of the profanity and all that type of stuff. So, yeah, it's a good. I will continue to say it's a good issue for children. So this is Star Fox issue number 1. This is part of the Axe Judgment Day, and I got this for this particular cover because it looks like Star Fox, or it looks like a Star Fox. Yes, I understand where people are like, is Star Fox a male or female? I don't really give a damn either way. I don't care. Just like with Red, it is a so-so comic. I have never read anything Star Fox related, so I don't have anything to pull it up against. We do find out that Star Fox is a Celestial, which is interesting. Star Fox does talk about it at the very end. Says here, I'm Star Fox the Avenger. I'm Eros the Eternal. I'm the mutant child of the unchanging race. So, it was interesting. So this is like the titles that he goes by. You know, he's, I will admit that his powers are pretty interesting. Yeah, this is Star Fox's parents, which I thought was really cool. Yeah. It's sad though. So basically, yeah. So it was a little interesting to see, you know, his parents or her parents. I would say his. I don't know. I don't care. But, yeah, it's a so-so issue. I did like seeing Eros's, or Star Fox's, parents, which was really cool. I like seeing that. And they're always, like, battling, you know, this is Thanos. And Thanos and Eros are always fighting with each other, which is, like, really shows how dysfunctional that their family is. But, yeah. It was a so-so issue. I'm going to rephrase that. It was a little bit better than X-Men Red, because you did see a new character and everything, but yeah, I'm going to keep it. And of course, last but not least, we got Vampirella Mind Warp issue number 1. I'm going to say I did enjoy this comic. As I said, I'm a big Vampirella fan, so anything with Vampirella in it, I like to pick it up. Yeah, she goes back and I think she mentally goes back in time, and everything. Love it. I think this was, Vampirella's original costume. I know that the lady that created her had said that the costume that we see her in is not the costume she designed for Vampirella. I don't remember the woman's name. Um, yeah. So, oh yeah. So, oh yeah, this had to be, had to be September's issue because they have a September news thing on the back. But yeah, really great story. Enjoyed it immensely. So, all of these were good. The only issues that were not super good was X-Men Red and well, let's see here. The issue that was not really as good as the previous issue was, of course, X-Men Red. Um, Star Fox was a lot better than was remotely a little bit better than X-Men Red. But the comics that were really good were, of course, Vampirella Mind Warp, Batman Night Watch, Survival Street issue number 3, The Sword of Zariel 3 of 6, Vampirella issue number 3, Dark Ride issue number 1, Batman number 128, and Jane Foster and the Mighty Thor final issue number 5. So there you go. That is the comic book reviews for the rest of them. So to recap on what's going to happen tomorrow, I'll go to Comic Book Shop, pick up my comic books for this week. Then Thursday I will go and show you guys the comic books that I got. And then what I will do is I probably will end up doing a 3-parter because of my scheduling. So since I'm picking up a total of 22 comics, I'll probably just do reviews of the first 6 and everything. But and then continue on until I get done with the pile. But yeah, so that is it for this week. I'm going to go ahead and read issue number 2 of the current run of The Amazing Spider-Man, and I will get that review out probably on Thursday. So I will see you guys around. Until next time, nerds, read on. Bye.